Today, our video is sponsored by Alpro Chocolate Milk because I'm lactose intolerant and it's ruined my entire life. Alpro, if you would like to actually sponsor me, hit me up. Okay, today we're going to be putting these bad boys to the test. These are the new Made by Mitchell iCloud palettes. I really love Made by Mitchell's eyeshadow formula. I've always enjoyed it, so I'm excited to give these a go. We're going to do some swatches on the back of the hand, and then I think I'm going to use these two together today. So Grey Girlfriend and Little Pinky. So let's do some swatches. So we're going to start off with the first one. This one is Keep 'em Green, which you might have worked out is green. She's on it today. So in this one we've got this very, very, very bright yellow, which is very pigmented actually. Can you see that? Why can I not see that in the viewfinder? I'm hoping you can see that. Then we've got a very kind of like deep kind of tealy green, which is what that one looks like. We've got a kind of khaki green, and that's that one. And then we have a very like sparkly kind of camo green colour. So that's one swipe of that. Let's do another swipe because it was on my little finger, which I feel like is probably not 100% fair for the shadow. And that's what that one looks like. So that is a cute little colour story. I like that. We will probably get around to using all of these on my channel, but today I did think about seeing if I could create a look using shades from all four. And then I remembered I need to go to Sainsbury's today, so I want to do something semi-cohesive. Next we're going to swatch Blue Your Mind, which again you might guess is blue, and purple. This one is very cute. So, oh, they do actually have shade names. I'm not going to tell you them right now, to be honest, because it feels unnecessary. But we've got a very like bright tealy colour. We've got a deep purple. We've got an almost like blackened plum colour, I would describe this one as. And then we have a very pretty shimmer. Ooh, this is kind of duochrome actually. It's like a blue with like a purple reflect, and it goes a bit green, and oh, I like the look of that shimmer shade very much. Okay, let's move on to the two we're going to do today. I'm going to leave the pink one till last because I think that's going to be my favourite. Let's do Grey Girlfriend. We do have a bit of like, I don't know whether you can see that, but the oil in the shimmer has kind of marked the packaging, which I do not love, I'm not going to lie. But let's give it a swatch. So we've got, this is like a very like basic palette. So we've got a very, very light grey, a medium grey, we've got a, I think this is a black, looks like it, yeah, black, and then we've got this shimmer, which I think I am actually going to send them a quick email about that because I don't love the way that looks in the pan. It's kind of gross. So that's that one swatched out. Now I'm like, do I want to use this one today? It smells fine. I don't know. I know it's probably just the oil from pressing it, but when you get a brand new eyeshadow palette, you don't really expect that to happen. Okay, and then let's swatch Little Pinky. That's what this one looks like. Luckily we've got no oozing here. So we've got a very light pink. I don't even know if you can see that with all the marks on my hand now. We've got like a very bright like fuchsia pink. then we have, again, like a very like blackened pinky shade. It's got a bit more kind of red in it than the one in the purple palette. And then we've got the shimmer, which again looks very kind of duochrome-y. I don't know whether those shimmers are perhaps going to need a little bit of a base under them, but it does look very pretty. Right, okay, so I think I'm going to change my plan. Just because I'm going to email about the grey one and I don't want to use it in case they ask for me to send it back. So I think we're going to use the blue and the pink. And I have an idea for a look. Whether I'm going to be able to pull it off is another matter. So let's just give it a go. We're going to pop on some Too Faced Shadow Insurance, because of course I am. Like I said, I've got an idea for a look. But I'm not sure I can pull it off, but we'll see. Okay, so, and I'm also not sure I've got enough tiny brushes for it, I'm going to be honest. Especially tiny cleaning brushes. Right, okay, so we're basically going to do a kind of, there's lots of lines, and I saw somebody do this. Let me just find the name of the creator so I get it right. Okay, so it was done by Exoglam by Ella. I'm going to leave her channel in the description box, but she did this really cool like wavy look with the Beauty Bay Smoky palette, and I kind of want to do something inspired by that. So we're going to give it a go. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I think I might actually just about have enough tiny brushes that aren't dirty or that have the same colours on them that I'm going to use. I feel like it possibly would have looked cooler with the blue and the black and the white. No, the grey and the pink palettes, but we're going to give it a try with the blue and the pink because why the hell not? Right, so can you tell I'm stalling? Okay. So we're going to go in first with the pink palette, and I'm going to go in with the bright pink shade, which you've got to be kidding me. The bright pink shade is called Lactose. I didn't, right, the bit that was at the beginning of the video with the Alpro milk, that was not planned. I did not know this was called Lactose. And this pink here is called Intolerant. I did not know. I can confirm I did not know. But this feels like it's an even more perfect palette for me. Not only is it pink, it's also about being lactose intolerant. So, you know, winning there, Mitchell, winning. So we're going to go in with Lactose. And basically, to start off the look, I'm going to draw a line here. And we're just going to kind of work with the curvature of my eye. And we're going to kind of bring it round. Because the intention is to do 2 more lines of colour under this. Let me just have a look at this again. No, we're doing 1 more line. We'll see. We'll see. So we're just going to do this. And the way that Ella did it was she did it all in black and grey, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a blue one on the outer, then I'm going to do blue here, and then I'm going to do pink here, I think. So we're just going to build up that pink shade. And then we're going to take another brush. I need another tiny, teeny brush. Have I got another tiny, teeny brush? No, so we're going to have to use the same one, because the other one I need for the blue. And we're going to blend that out with the Intolerant shade. I cannot actually believe I started off this video talking about being lactose intolerant. That is some weird The fates, they work in funny ways. Right, okay, so we've kind of blended that out with the lighter pink now. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of that darker pink, which is called Angus. Oh, which reminds me of Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging. What a childhood I lived. And we're just going to put that in there, and then we're going to go back over with the pink, which is called Lactose, and kind of blend that in so it's not too dark and it's like obviously still very pink. Okay, that is number one. Let's do that on the other eye. Why not? If we're going to have a disaster, we might as well make it match. So we're just going to, I'm literally just following here the kind of socket of my eye, which is helpful. But I know now I've done this, I've not got that on the other side to help me. So that'll be fun. I'm just following the socket line on this one and taking it round to kind of just about halfway into the eyelid. These shadows so far though, they seem to be really nice to work with. They're not the most pigmented shadows I've ever used, but to be fair, I'm not doing a look where you can really kind of pack it on, so it's probably not fair to judge them that way with this look. But I like them so far, they're nice. They're not like the most revolutionary eyeshadows in the world, but they're not unlikable either. Okay, just going to take some more of the medium pink. And then we should have something that's semi-matching. Okie dokie. I think we're semi-matching there, right? Okay, we're going to go to the purple one now. We're going to do exactly the same steps we used. So we're going to use the medium, then the lighter, then the darker. I don't know how this one's going to work because this light one is not as light as the one in the pink palette. But I do like the colour stories of these palettes. I feel like they're making it very easy to create a look with them because everything you kind of need is there. So we're just going to put the medium purple. This one is called Perps and Caicos. Smart, smart, smart. I like a little punny name. Okay, and we're going to draw this one round like so. I'm not sure whether Ella actually drew it kind of round in the shape I'm doing, but I'm going to just to make it a bit different. So there's the purple. We're going to now go in with the green, and we're just going to blend the edges of the purple. I don't hate that. Probably doesn't help I'm not exactly using a clean brush. And then we're just going to take the darker shade and we're going to run that around. We are going to cut this out, so I'm not too worried about it being messy. On the inner edge, it's the outer edge I want to make sure is nice and blended, so we're just going to take some more of that blue. This one is going a little muddy. It's not quite blending as nicely as the pinks did. I feel like actually probably the purple one was the best one to use because obviously purples are quite notoriously quite hard to formulate. So it kind of gives us a good idea of what we're working with here. So we're just gonna kind of go in like a little C shape almost on the outer corner. I want to make sure it's quite rounded off because obviously we've got the quite kind of round structure of the pink. So we're going to do a couple of layers of Perps and Caicos, and then we're going in with the blue, which is called Cockpit. That's the lighter blue. I'm going to blend that out a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to take the deep shade, which is called Midnight. And we're going to just run that around and deepen that up. Right, okie dokie. Where is... I'm just going to take some P. Louise Cut Carver. You can do this 100% with Vaseline or some sort of like cocoa buttery lip balm as well. But I've got this, so I might as well use it. I'm not going to take that one because that one's really dirty. Okay, so with this one, I find the best way to use it is I scrape a little bit out with my Made by Mitchell spatula brush. And then I use the little brush on the end to apply the product. So we're just going to cut these creases out. There's a little bit of sparkle on this brush, I think, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to wipe it away. I'm more bothered about cutting this one out and making sure this one is nice and neat because obviously we've got to go in then with the pink. I want to make sure that one is nice and neat. Okay, and then we're going to take our makeup wipe. Having long nails does help with this one. You can also always use the end of that spatula. And we're just going to wipe away where we've put the cut carver. I'm just going to tidy this one up a bit because I just took that a little bit too far. So we want to make sure we've got enough colour that you can actually see it. Just tidy that up a little bit. There we go, perfect. Okay, just round this back off again. Right, okay, step numero dos. I am just going to take a little bit of concealer on my lid. I'm going to use a different Made by Mitchell spatula brush because I've got about 17. And we're just going to put this across the lid so we've got a bit more of a base down. Because obviously we will have wiped some of that eye primer off. And I want like a nice, like defined colour block between the two colours, if that makes sense. So we're just going to do that. You could just cut with the concealer, but I like to sort of remove any little imperfections first with the cut carver. And this is just a nice way to make sure like we're lined up and we've got like a set kind of shape for the lid rather than something that's a little bit wobbly. I'm going to do the same on this eye, although this one is definitely already looking better than the other one, which is weird because this is my least favourite eye, so I'm kind of shook by that. Right, okie dokie. We are essentially going to do the same thing now, just on opposite sides. So I'm going to go back in with the pink. And I'm now going to stretch my lid out because I've got a bit of a hooded eye. And I'm going to follow round this line. I'm not going to lie, I feel like I really wish I had some like white liner to put in between these cuts. Again, we're not worrying too much about how neat it is. We can tidy that up with the same method we've just used. So we're just building up that medium pink. We're going to take the lighter pink, sorry, and we're going to blend it just a teeny tiny bit. Now this probably would look better on non-hooded eyes, but I'm a firm believer of if you've got hooded eyes, you shouldn't not do any eyeshadow looks because you've got hooded eyes, if that makes sense. And then we're going to follow that round with the dark shade. Yeah, I'm a very, very firm believer in just because I've got hooded eyes doesn't mean I can't do fun eyeshadow looks like this, basically. Yeah, it makes them a little bit more technical. Yeah, you could sort of twist them so they fit the hooded eye thing a bit better, but I wanted to try this look in particular, so I'm doing it. Okay. So we've got the pink in there. Let's do the other side. I do really wish I had some white liner now, because I feel like that would really... I can't believe me, the queen of having 17,000 different shades of waterliner with her, has not got any waterliner with her. I thought, oh, I've been relying on it like really heavily lately for all my looks, so I thought, oh, I'll push myself out my comfort zone, try to do something different, which obviously this is very different, but I really wish I had some waterliner. So we're just going to blend it with the light pink. This one's a little bit close to the blue, so I'm probably going to take some... Actually, I might do that now. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of cut carver on the end of the brush and just wipe that out, so there's just a bit more of like a defined line. And then we're going to take... That's better. That is better. Ella did also do a cut crease like in the middle of the lid as well, but I don't think I've got enough lid space for that. So I think we're going to do a shimmer. But I don't know whether to use one of these Made by Mitchell ones or whether they're both too dark and to do a pigment of some form. I would say let me know, but we're going to do it before you get to watch it, so, you know. Right, okay, we're going to switch over to the blue. And we're going to do exactly the same thing we've done with the pink. We're just going to follow the same line. Now this one's going to be a bit messier because obviously it's literally right in my crease. So we're going to have to definitely clean this one up. Just going to take a little bit of that blue. Not that we need a lot, because to be honest, there's not a whole lot of space left to work with. And a little bit of the darker shade, and we're going to call that done because I haven't got a lot of room. Okay, so we're just doing the same on this side. We're following the line. Not quite touching the two colour palettes. I do think it looks cool though. It's not quite exactly like Ella's look, because I think she's just got more lid space and possibly more skill. Definitely more skill. But I don't hate it. Right, okay. We're going to take some of the blue and we're going to try and blend that out as best as we can without merging it into the pink. I don't know whether we can get away with this pink shimmer on the lid if I do it quite lightly. Maybe. Right, let's cut again. Okay. Right, okay, I think I am going to do a bit of the pink shimmer on the lid. But I am just going to... We're not going to do concealer this time because I don't think the shimmer will hold up against it. But we are going to do a little bit more lid primer. Just to make sure everything stays. Do I want to do the yellow on the lid? No, we're not doing the yellow on the lid. We're not taking it too far. We are taking it as far as it needs to go. Okay. So I'm going to take a bit of this pink on my finger. We're just going to press it on lightly. I don't want anything too intense. Do you know what match? Ooh, we've gone out of focus. Hello. That was wild. part of me, I've got Made by Mitchell Fairy Kitten in here. And part of me is really tempted to put some of that in the middle of this lid. Okay, so the shimmer was nice, but Fairy Kitten is far nicer. And actually it works really well over that shimmer. Okay. I don't know whether I like this look. We seem to be doing that a lot lately on this channel. I'm going to take, I think it's the outer blend. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. I'm going to take some of that light blue, but I'm going to tap most of it off. I'm just going to try and make this nicer. Is what I'm aiming for. Okay, I feel like it could potentially grow on me. I don't 100% know, but it could potentially grow on me. I mean, it's definitely something a bit different, so I definitely, like, push the boat out. I don't know. Maybe I'll like it more with lashes. And if all else fails, I'm just going to stick loads of rhinestones on it. So, we're going to do the P. Louise Pizza lashes. I think I'm just going to do the top it off today. Because I don't want to cover this up too much, because it was a lot of work. Right, okay, that's lashes on. I'm going to go away and do the rest of my face, then we're going to come back, we're going to do the under eyes and the lip, and I will see you in 2 seconds, but in my life, in 10 minutes. Okay, so minus mascara and lips, we are all done. Quick run through of what's on my face. We've got NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Just a quick side note, did try to use this again, the Say Glowy Super Skin Foundation. I just don't like this. I'm going to keep trying it, but I don't like it. Lancome 10 Idol Concealer, Jordana T-shirt, Flossy powder. We've got Cherry Blossom Babe by Nude Sticks on the cheeks. My Rare Beauty Happy Soul Bronzer stick. And then the Skin Glazing Highlighter from Nabla in Ozone. And then, as per usual, a little bit of MAC Fibre Brow Gel through the brows. Okie dokie. I'm just going to, first off, take my big fluffy brush into that lightest blue. And again, I'm just going to make sure this is nice and neat. Now we've got the foundation on. Nice and blended. Okay, perfect. Right, under the eyes, I think we're going to do pink. I think. So we're going to go in with the bright pink. I'm going to use my teeny tiny brush. And we're just going to run that under the lower lash line. Almost right up into that inner corner. We've got a bit of that darker pink on the brush as well, I think. Okay. Then we are going to take a slightly bigger brush, and I'm just going to run that lightest pink. So, I know that one's Udder One, sorry, and the sparkle is in Hollerant. Udder One. So I'm just going to take that. I'm just going to blend out that under eye, just giving a bit of something underneath it that you can't quite tell what it is. The shade is very, very light. Maybe it could have been done just taking up maybe a tone, maybe two, just so it's like actually visible. I think I would have preferred more like a baby pink rather than a very, very white base pink like this one, but you know, it's not my brand. Okay, I am going to take a little bit extra of Fairy Kitten. That bit's dry. Let's get a new bit on another Made by Mitchell spatula brush. Honestly, I must have about 6 of these. This is getting a bit ridiculous, probably. Okay, and we're just going to pop that in the inner corner. And as always, run it along the lash line to meet the shadow. Okie dokie. Okay, last for the eyes, bit of mascara. This is made by Mitchell Lash Lacquer. This is basically the mascara that's least likely to end up all down my face because my Lancome Hypnose is empty. And I haven't managed to get to Boots, and I don't really want to make an order for just one mascara. It just seems like a waste of packaging when I have other mascaras that I maybe don't like as much but will do the job. So we're just going to pop a bit of that on. Maybe we should put something in the waterline. I just realised minus the lashes, this entire Made by Mitchell eye today. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe we do a bright blue in the lower lash line. This is Evolve, again from Made by Mitchell. I'm just going to warm it up a bit on my hand. I love these Made by Mitchell liners, but they definitely do need warming up. Or else they just don't give you that kind of punch of pigment that you're looking for. But when it finally does warm up, it's like, oh, okay, hello. Nice to see you, pigment. Where have you been? Right, okay, lip. Part of me wants to do something crazy and bright, but I think I should probably stick to neutral. Or, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I have got the Colour Cosmetics Eclipse Shadow Paint Potion, which they do say you can put on your lips. Maybe I'll try this. Right, let's give these a wipe. Okay, this feels badass. Overall, I think I'm pretty happy with this look. I think these are nice. I'm not going to say they're anything revolutionary because they're not. A little bit disappointed by the shimmers. I'm going to try them over a glitter glue next time to see if I can kind of get them to really pop. But I feel like without the addition of Fairy Kitten, this eye look would have looked a little lacking in something. Not sure what's going on with the grey one, so I'm going to email them about that one. And I am looking forward to trying the green one. But yeah, mattes are really nice. They blend really nicely. They're not the most pigmented eyeshadows in the world. But I don't hate them. I'm not going to like scream about them from the rooftops, but I like them. The one thing I will say, obviously I was using this pink one as a mirror during this, and it has actually already split. I get this packaging for blushes, but I don't think it's going to be hardy enough for eyeshadow palettes. I mean, like, this is already split and it's basically like peeling back, which is not ideal. So yeah, I think there's a couple of things that perhaps need a little bit of work. I'm not sure this packaging works the greatest for eyeshadows. Also, this packaging is a pain in the arse to store, so I don't love that. What I do like, though, is the fact that they're obviously colour coordinated, but they also have the names of them on here, which I think is a really great way if you're going to kind of continue to release more and kind of continue to maybe release an extra pink one or an extra blue one, so you're going to know what shades you've got and what you haven't, and what you're reaching for, which I do like that idea. I just think maybe this packaging isn't quite robust enough. But I do really like the way the look came out. Everything worked really nicely, especially with it being kind of a look that I've never done before and a bit of like a, let's find out and see. I'm actually quite impressed. So yes, I like these so far. I don't adore them. I'm going to try them more, see if I can find a better way to make those shimmers really pop, and I'm sure I will report back. I do hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Cola the Ball, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.